Hello, my crafty friends. It's me, Lisa, from Lisa Goodwin DIY, and I have a very fun video for you today. What do you think of my DIY blanket ladder? Isn't this adorable? I had to make a video because this was such an easy project, and today I'm going to show you how I did it.
It all just goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby.
So to get started, I needed a couple of pieces of scrap wood. So I had these 2x2 pieces of wood. I believe they're 8 foot long, and I just got them at Home Depot, but they've been sitting in my garage. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can make a blanket ladder. So I just took the wood and measured off about 70 inches. Now you can make yours shorter or taller. It's up to you if you're gonna be doing this project, but I just measured off about 70 inches. And then I was just playing around and trying to figure out how wide I wanted this ladder to be. So I took some other scrap wood that I had, and I think these are just furring strips, and I decided to keep my rungs at about 18 inches. Now, if you want, you can do 16 inches, you could do a foot, completely up to you. It's your project, but 18 inches worked good for me. So after measuring off the boards, then I used my trusty radial arm saw. Then I cut each of the pieces to the size. And I actually got this saw from my dad, so I'm really grateful and thankful for this saw. I can do so many projects with it, but if you just have like a regular saw, you can do that too. You could probably even do this with a jigsaw. So once I had the rungs of my ladder the size that I wanted them to be, and I made sure they all matched up, then I cut the sides or the legs of the ladder. And the sides are all done. So the next thing I did was sand everything down. So since this wood was scrap wood and it had been in my garage for a while, it was a little rough. So I did take an Orbital Sander and I sanded everything down nice and smooth, because this is going to be a blanket ladder and I don't want to pull any of the threads of the blanket. So I really want to make sure the rungs are nice and smooth. And then I repeated the process on the legs of the ladder as well. And once I had everything sanded, then it was time to assemble the ladder. And I have to tell you, I was a little bit nervous about this. I was not sure how it was gonna go, but you know what? I was just thinking, I'm just gonna go for it and we're gonna see what happens. So I used a 2x4 to keep the ends of the ladder the same, because I don't want one side to be like 2 inches longer than the other one. There's probably an easier way to do this, but this worked for me. Then I took some wood glue and I put it on either end of each of the rungs, and then I just kind of spaced them out how I thought they would look nice for my ladder. Now this is the forgiving part, because if I wasn't happy with it, I can go ahead and move them around before I secure the rungs to the sides. And now I'm committed. So I took an air nailer, or a pneumatic air nailer, and I just used some nails and I secured the rungs to the sides of the ladder. Now, if you don't have a nail gun, that's okay. You can use a drill with some screws, but for me, this was really easy. So I just went ahead and secured each of the rungs to the sides of the ladder with the nail gun. Now, this is just going to give a little bit of extra oomph to the strength of my ladder. Not that I could stand on it because it would definitely break. But the wood glue will help secure this ladder, and the nails just kind of help keep it in place while it's drying. Several hours later, gotta make sure it has time to dry. And next I stained the ladder. And then I just used a shop towel to apply the stain to my ladder. Now the stain that I used is Jacobian, so it's kind of a darker stain, but that was the look that I was going for. You could do whatever you wanted to. And you can see this wood isn't perfect. It has some little nicks and stuff in it. And I really like that look. I like how it looks more rustic that way. So I'm really glad that I had this spare lumber so I could make this ladder. And once my ladder was dry, I brought it inside. I am so happy with how this turned out. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and I was able to make a blanket ladder for around $10. Way cheaper than going to get one at Pottery Barn. So all that was left was to put some blankets on it and see how it worked. And there it is, my blanket ladder. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a fun project. I really encourage you to try something like this. It really just adds a little bit of extra something to your decorating, and it gives you some extra storage too. And I really like how it adds just another accent to my fall decor in my loft. And once I did this Pottery Barn dupe, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do another Pottery Barn dupe. So I made these Pottery Barn style wooden beads, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and be sure to come back on Thursday and I will have a new video for you, most likely these Pottery Barn style wooden block beads. It's really fun and I think you'll really enjoy it.